This entry takes place 1 week before Julian's 18th birthday, and something has him deeply fearful and uncomfortable. At the same time, he's getting stronger. Stronger from his swimming. Stronger in ways he doesn't fully realize yet. And that strength is something he's going to need. Welcome back to the 10th reading in the Wherefore Art Thou Journals series. If you're new here, every Thursday we explore selected passages from Romeo and Julian's private journals, the entries that were never meant for anyone else to read. Before we dive in, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can follow the journey every week. And don't miss our Monday shorts where I give sneak previews of what's coming and share extra insights from behind the scenes. We get an update in this entry on his swimming, including the fact that Aiden seems to have finally given up on recruiting him for the swim team. But Julian can't help wondering if he should have joined earlier. Maybe he could have earned a scholarship. Maybe he could have gotten as far away from his family as possible. After getting home from his Friday swim, everything shifts. Julian's mom drops some unexpected news on him. News he never wanted to hear. A birthday gift is waiting for him. And it's from a particular family member, one who makes Julian deeply uneasy. It's time to dive into the reading. And this one is a little bit longer. Be sure to stick around until the very end of this video, because I'll be revealing the Wherefore Art Thou Journals Volume 2 cover. Let's jump in. Sunday, January 15th, 2023. Entry by Julian. Can't believe it's been a week since my last entry. Not much to update, except I had a great swim on Friday after school. Thankfully, the swim team wasn't in the pool, so Aiden didn't try recruiting me again. I think he finally got the message. I'm never joining. Besides, with only one semester left, what's the point? It's not like I'd magically land a scholarship. My parents set up an account for Tyler and me if we wanted to go to school. Tyler used his for a truck and tools to join Dad's company, so I guess I'm the last hope for college. They'd never let me use the money to travel. Of that, I'm sure. Anyway, back to swimming. I can feel myself getting stronger. My lap times are shorter, meaning I'm getting faster. In hindsight, I should have joined the team, but years ago, not now. For me, it's about exercise and about my mental health. Something about being in the water washes my problems away. My hair was still soaked when I got home, curls out of control. It was cooler out, so it took forever to dry. The look on Mom's face when I walked in, I knew something was up. She asked where I'd been, even though I swim every Friday. Then she told me my uncle, the one in Paris I may or may not have mentioned, sent me a birthday gift. Hearing his name always makes me uneasy. His family put him through gay conversion therapy when he was around my age. Now you see why I keep my mouth shut. It's terrifying knowing my parents could legally force me into it if they wanted to. There's no law against it here. I'm already depressed as it is, and that would only make it worse. It would rob me of who I am. The thought alone scares me every single day. Next Sunday is my birthday, and I've been dreading whatever my uncle sent me. One year, he gave me a book about why a man and a woman belong together. He never gave Tyler anything like that. But then again, Tyler's had girlfriends, so there's nothing for him or my parents to worry about. Imagine getting something like that at 16, already struggling to accept yourself. Bravo, Uncle. The guy I've seen maybe once in 5 years outside of occasional FaceTime calls when Mom drags me into the conversation, he honestly makes me uncomfortable. I did my best to hide that when Mom mentioned the gift, but I was still waiting for the other shoe to drop. I wanted to go see JJ and my aunt Friday night, but Mom hit me with another "no one's going out tonight" comment. No dinner plans, no business events, just her deciding I wasn't leaving. She's definitely jealous of how much time I spend with JJ and my aunt. Not that it mattered, JJ was out, my aunt was with her, so I was stuck at home anyway. I kept to myself, made a few sandwiches and called it a night. I tried working on some songs but got frustrated and ended up watching a movie instead. Or, well, at least I tried. I spent an hour scrolling through Netflix, then woke up at 9 a.m. So much for movie night. Clearly I was exhausted. Not like my swim was intense, but dealing with my family is draining enough. It got me thinking. I wish I had someone special to spend time with and get away from all of this. Where are you, anyway? I'm honestly losing hope. I know I won't meet anyone at school. It just feels that way. I'm not into the flamboyant thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's not me. But what even is normal? Because to them, that's their normal. Funny how depression leads to deep thoughts late on a Sunday night. Anyway, JJ worked at Dad's office all day yesterday, then just wanted to relax, so I let her be. I went for a long walk alone, mostly just an excuse to get out of the house. Not gonna lie, I was secretly hoping to meet someone. Maybe he'd just appear right in front of me. Spoiler alert, nothing happened. I came home disappointed.
Not sure why, but I walked by my dad's latest build. Not too close, just stood on a bridge looking at it. Doesn't seem like much progress is happening, though I wouldn't know. Construction isn't my thing. Maybe that's why JJ was working Saturday. Actually, that's pretty normal. She's always buried in paperwork because Dad's a disaster when it comes to organization. Without Mom, I don't know how he'd function. I stood on that bridge for 30 minutes. Not for the construction, but for the river behind it. There's something peaceful about flowing water. The sounds of it hitting rocks, birds chirping. It's like swimming, but with better background noise. Well, except for the one time a bird got into the pool last year. The building might turn out nice when it's done. No idea what it's for, but having a river behind it will make it appealing. I never asked Dad about his work because once he starts, he never stops. I'm sure he spent all day talking JJ's ear off, probably complaining about the other team he has to work with. He doesn't play well with others and hates anyone looking over his shoulder. We get it, Dad. Move on. All I wanted was some peace. When I got home, I snuck into my aunt's house. Right away, she asked where I'd been. See, someone notices me. I told her Mom hasn't been letting anyone out, and she didn't have much to say about that. She has opinions about my mom and doesn't hold back, so I didn't push. What made me laugh was when she insisted on making me lunch. Never saying no to that. While making soup and sandwiches, she asked if I was excited to turn 18. Short answer, yes. It's the slow start to actual freedom. I told her about coming home from swimming and how Mom was waiting for me with news that my uncle in Paris sent me a gift. My aunt actually cringed. She doesn't like him, or anyone on Mom's side, really. She asked how I felt about it since she's seen me open some of his past gifts. I was honest. I'm nervous. His gifts usually make me uncomfortable. She had a solid suggestion. Throw it in a box in my closet and forget about it. If only she knew what was already in there. We talked for about an hour before JJ texted, saying Mom was asking Dad if he'd seen me. Mom didn't bother texting me herself. When I told my aunt, she insisted on walking me back to make sure no one gave me a hard time. The moment we got to the door, Mom opened it. Not sure if she was waiting for me or if it was just a coincidence, but she looked startled. Right away, my aunt jumped in, saying she asked me to help fix a fallen shelf. You'd think she'd pick a non-construction excuse, but nope. Mom immediately said she should have asked Tyler instead. Apparently he was home. My aunt shut that down fast, saying I was easier to work with and tall enough to hold it up while she anchored it. When Mom questioned why it took hours, my aunt smoothly explained we had to fix the shelf first, clean up, and rearrange some things. It all sounded believable enough, so I was off the hook. Standing there was getting awkward since I know they don't like each other. I used the excuse of needing to pee and slipped inside, mouthing a quick thank you to my aunt before heading upstairs. No idea what they talked about after that. I spent the rest of the night in my room. Mom ordered takeout and Dad picked it up. I was about to grab my food and go back upstairs when I saw JJ and my aunt sitting in the kitchen. Turns out Mom had actually invited them for dinner, which never happens unless it's a family function or Dad insists. I was shocked. Tyler, seeing them there, was on his best behavior for once. It was probably the most peaceful family dinner I've ever had. No work talk, just discussions about my birthday next week. For once, I actually felt like I mattered. It took everything not to tear up, even though I knew they were just putting on a show. But then JJ and my aunt insisted on throwing me a party. I could feel the annoyance in the room, but they hid it well. JJ started taking notes, and before I knew it, everything was planned. I just wanted a quiet day, but now a bunch of family would be coming. Except the one person I really wanted there, my uncle, who'd be in Dubai. At least I know my aunt will make sure he FaceTimes me, and honestly, I'm a little excited now. Just a little. Today was a total recharge day. I finished my small pile of homework, lounged in my room, watched TV, and ate last night's leftovers. Being around my family, Mom, Dad, and Tyler for the record, is exhausting. My aunt and JJ don't count. It's late and I'm wiped. Gotta pack this in since school's in the morning. This is the last week of the semester and then the final one begins. Looking forward to it. It means new beginnings.
Knowing that his uncle went through gay conversion therapy is something that sends fear through Julian's entire body. This story takes place in the United States, and even now, there are still several states where this practice actually remains legal. With that hanging over his head, Julian does feel safer staying in the closet. Birthdays are supposed to be something you look forward to, but instead, the knowledge that a gift is waiting for him from his uncle looms over everything, casting a shadow over what should be a milestone moment in his life. Still, Julian isn't alone. He continues to draw strength from JJ and from his aunt, JJ's mom, who represent the kind of love and protection Julian doesn't always get at home. And despite everything, there's still hope inside him. Hope that one day he'll meet someone. Hope that love might still find him, even while living under his parents' roof. And something is coming. Romeo and Julian are inching closer and closer to crossing paths. And if you know the history of Shakespeare's tragedy, That knowledge hangs heavy over what might lie ahead. Let me know in the comments. How do you think Romeo and Julian first meet? And do you think Julian's strength will be enough when the moment finally does come? If you're enjoying the journey so far, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. And now, for the big reveal. I'm excited to officially share that Wherefore Art Thou Journals Volume 2 will be launching on January 22nd, just 1 week from when this video premieres. You can pre-order the ebook version now on Amazon and Kobo. The paperback link will go live in the January 22nd video and on the book's official website. And for now, here's a sneak peek. This is the cover of Volume 2. And if you want the full story, including everything I don't read here, you can order Wherefore Art Thou Journals Volume 1 through the links in the description or at romeoandjulian.com. Until next Thursday, keep your heart open, your journal close, and your story unfolding.